ওকে, সো আজ স্পিকিং মক টেস্ট শুরু করতেছি। সো পার্ট 1 দিয়ে শুরু করব। এখন কে এক্সাম দেবে আগে সেটা বলো। পার্ট 1, পার্ট 2, পার্ট 3 তিনটা একজনের এক্সামে হবে, মানে একসাথে এক্সাম হবে। ঠিক আছে, তার পরবর্তীতে পরবর্তী ক্যান্ডিডেট আর কি। ওকে, তাহলে কে?
Mushfiq, Mushfiq has raised hand.
ওকে, তাহলে মুশফিক রে দিয়ে শুরু করি, হ্যাঁ? ওকে।
Okay.
ওকে, সো পার্ট 1 দিয়ে শুরু করতেছি, হ্যাঁ? এখন থেকে কোনো কথা মানে বাংলা হইব না, সব ইংলিশ হইব। ওকে,
Hmm.
আর ইউ রেডি ফর দ্য টেস্ট?
Please introduce the topic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. In the first part, we are going to be discussing some of about your life and your introductions part. So we are going to be starting our mock test here from the part 1. I will notify you after every part is ending up in there. So don't get tenses about that. So we are going to start at our IELTS speaking mock test part 1. Okay. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My full name is B.M. Mushfiqur Real. Please call me Mushfiq.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dhaka, which is the capital city of Bangladesh.
Can you describe your hometown for me?
Well, I live in Dhaka. It's a capital city of Bangladesh, as I mentioned before, and it's surrounded by a large green forest, and it has many shops, and you can call it shopper paradise.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about living there?
Actually, I'm a workaholic person. I love to work with my colleagues or classmates. Most of the time, I enjoyed go to the park and play football game.
Let's talk about transportations. How do you usually travel to work or school?
Well, when I was younger, I used to travel by bus because bus was so convenient and really cheap. And at the time, I only use my personal vehicle, and there are a few times I used, but not most of the time. And when I decided to go further away, then I decided to travel by train.
Well, have you ever had any difficulties with transportations in your hometown?
Well, where I live, there's a lot of traffic congestions. Sometimes I stuck in traffic jams. Most of the time, when I go to my college.
What are the most common model transportations in your country?
Well, there are several transportation in my nations, but I talk about a particular one, which is bus, because buses are really cheap and convenient. Bangladesh is overpopulated country, and most of the people are struggling there financially. That's why they like to travel by bus.
Okay. How do you feel about public transport?
Well, as I mentioned before, I used to travel by bus, and now I travel by my personal vehicle. And when I travel further away, I decided to by train because all of these are really cheap and convenient for me. I travel this for relaxation, and it's feels me more relaxation.
Okay. Finally, we ended up our IELTS speaking part 1 test. So next we are going to be starting our IELTS speaking part 2 test. So I will give you a display of cue card. So you have to brainstormings from the display. So can we start for the brainstormings for IELTS speaking part 2?
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready. Describe.
I think you show the cue card right now on the screen.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. I will give you the 1 minute for the preparations time, and then you have to talk to 1 to 2 minutes for speak. Okay. Can we start your timer right now? Are you ready for
Yeah,
brainstorming?
ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. You're
Also, I'm ready for speaking.
okay. Take your 1 minute for preparation. Okay, your
Hello.
time is up. Can you start right now?
Well, in my short life, I have visited so many places and enjoyed so many occasions and holidays. Although sometimes my experience was not up to the mark, majority of the time I was over the moon. However, today I'd like to talk
Mushfiq, I can't hear you. Mushfiq, I think you have a network problems.
at a time.
Mushfiq, I
And
actually not hear you the
there's
past. Excuse me. Mushfiq, I cannot hear you in the past, so it will be better for me for understanding if you uh start this answer again or repeat this answer again, please. I'm extremely sorry.
okay.
কই গেল?
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. Right now I can hear you.
Okay. Well, in my short life, I have enjoyed so many vacations. Although sometimes my experience was not up to the mark, majority of the time I was over the moon. However, today I would like to talk about a particular holiday that I enjoyed when I was younger. That is none other than uh, went to Cox's Bazar. Uh, when I vividly remember when I was six standard. At that time, our family and my kith and kin decided to went to Cox's Bazar, and it was a so memorable holiday I have had ever seen, because you know, Cox's Bazar is the largest sea beach in the world, and we went there with my cousin and kith and kin, and we did several activities like leisure activities, leisure walk, and we explored several shops and bought many things, and for my grandparents. Although we explored a large green forest, and there has a there had a typical shop, and where people typically have a cup of tea or coffee, and we also tried several food and several seafoods which are really mouth watering. And I would say that this holiday was for me like killing two but with one stone. On the one hand, it it was the one of the most memorable holiday I have has ever seen, and this holiday always in my heart, because uh, this holiday we get together with all of my family members. On the other hand, we I explore so many things, which is really important for my personal life. I hope I have covered everything.
Okay. Okay. Right now we are going to the part 3. IELTS speaking part 3. I mean that. So can we start, or you can take
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to starting your part 3 questions. Let's discuss holiday and vacations further. Why do you think it's important for people to take a break from work or a study?
Well, in this contemporary era, vacations is really crucial for us, because they give us a lot of time and enjoy it, and escape from work. And vacations not only gives time, but also spends time with family members, like quality times. If vacations are not available, then most of the people feel bored on their working life. That's why it's really crucial, and it's really important for every day and for every man.
Okay. How do you think people holiday prefers have changed over the year?
Could you repeat this question?
Okay. How do you think people's holiday preference have changed over the years?
Well, in the past, people like to spend their parents spend time with a local park or something like that. But nowadays, most of the people, they like to go abroad, or they like to go another country to try or exchange their culture. And if I talk about my country, most of the people, they like to go to Cox's Bazar, because nowadays transportation is really convenient. So that's why most of the people, they like to go further away there for passing their occasions or vacations.
Okay. What are the benefits of traveling to different countries and experiencing different cultures?
Well, there are ample benefits to travel foreign countries, because if a person travel foreign countries, they learn so many things, like like their languages and food or their cultures, and it is not only learn things, it's broaden their horizons. And apart from that, if a person travel further away, they learn life skills, and which is really important, and they learn communication skill, and which is really need nowadays in every kind of sector. I would say that uh, I would say that real I would say that it's really important every person. And to recapitulate this, in my opinion, most of the people, they like to spend time in the delivery system on another country.
Okay. In your opinions, what impact does tourism have on the local communities and the environment?
Would you repeat that?
In your opinion, what impact does tourism have on the local communities and the environment?
Well, tourism lead to a big sector in every kind of nations, and it's really affect on environment, because if a location, most of the people visited this type of visited visited for their tourism sector, they spend a lot of money and buy several food, and that's why it's real its impact on all of food resources. Apart from that, they use a lot of plastics bags, and also they use this they you don't use recycled materials. That's why its impact on the environment. And uh, as well as most of the tourism sector, they cutting trees for making hotels, and it also impact on our environment.
Okay, so here we end up the part 2 of IELTS. Here we end up your part 3 IELTS speaking test. So congratulations for ending up your IELTS speaking test. So now I am going to talk about some errors and the problems you have when you give me the full mock test on the IELTS speaking. So from there, I can evaluationizing you and give you some tips or advice to improving your skill. So I think you have most probably had a problems in the IELTS speaking part 3. So you have to improve it. Okay. So now we can talk in Bangla because for your better understanding, I'm going to be the okay. Okay. So আচ্ছা
মুশফিকের পরীক্ষায় ইমন নিলে মনে হয় মুশফিক 7 পাইতো।
আলুর দম দাও।
আচ্ছা প্রথমত বিষয় হইতেছে কি
আরে বেটা, না তোর কনফিডেন্স ভালো থাকে ইমনের সামনে।
কনফিডেন্সটা ঠিক আছিল বাট পার্ট 3 তে যায়া নার্ভাস আজকে।
পার্থিতে কি জানোস, এই যে কোশ্চেনটা করস না, একটু কর পর আমি কোশ্চেনটাই ভুলে যাই আমরা।
কোশ্চেনটা স্বাভাবিক, পার্ট 3 কোশ্চেনটা দেখা গেছে পার্ট 1 এর মতো এডু কোশ্চেন না। তার আগে থেকে আমি বলছি যে কোশ্চেনটা কিন্তু এডু না, পার্ট 3 কোশ্চেনটা এত বড়, এই কারণে যেতটি ওয়ার্ড কয় আননোন যেতটি ওয়ার্ড
খালি মনে রাখি এই অনুযায়ী দেই।
আমি বলতেছি যেতগুলা ওয়ার্ড কয় সবগুলা ওয়ার্ড যেগুলা না বুঝোস ওইগুলা খেয়াল রাখতে হয়। আর পার্ট 3 কোশ্চেনের ক্ষেত্রে যখন তোরে কোশ্চেন করবো, কোশ্চেন তোরে যখন থ্রু করতেছে তোর দিকে যে তুই অ্যান্সার দিবি, তোর দিকে যখন থ্রু করতেছে তোর 90% এর উপরে তোর ফোকাস রাখতে হবে জাস্ট কোশ্চেনের উপরে, নাইলে তুই কখনো অ্যান্সার দিতেই পারবি না। কারণ ওরা ইচ্ছা করলে এটা কিন্তু সোজা কইরা সোজা করে কিন্তু তোরে বলতে পারে যে না, যে একটা কোশ্চেন দেখা গেছে একটা লাইনেই বলা সম্ভব, যে তোর এটা কইবো না, যে সাপোজ আমি বুঝাইতেছি যে হোয়াট ইজ ইউর নেম, এটা জিগাইবো না, হোয়াট ইজ ইউর নেম এটা না জিগাইয়া তোর কি জিগাইবে জানোস, যে হাউ হাউ ইউ থিঙ্ক ইউর ফাদার uh, your father give you a name which is essentials for you and your family background. আলটিমেটলি তোর কিন্তু এটাই জিজ্ঞেসে, বাট কোশ্চেনটা কত বড় করছে চিন্তা করছিস?
সহি বলা।
ওকে, সো কই গেল আবার? আই থিঙ্ক বুঝার পারছো?
Yeah, I
দেন
understand.
আর সব দিকে টুকটাক কনফিডেন্স আছে, বাট যেটা হলো বেশিরভাগ আমি তোমার ইমপ্রুভ করতে বলবো সেটা হলো ভাই প্র্যাকটিসটা কমাই দিছস। আমি এটা বুঝে, আমি তোর কোশ্চেনের অ্যান্সার প্রথম থেকে কোশ্চেনের অ্যান্সার শুনে বুঝি প্র্যাকটিস কমানো যাবে না, প্র্যাকটিসে ল্যাকিং আছে, প্র্যাকটিসে ল্যাকিং আছে, ল্যাকিং এটা বাড়াই দিতে হবে, ঠিক আছে? পার্ট 1 2
যে
3
ভোকাবুলারি
সব,
মারলো।
পার্ট 1 2 3 পার্ট 1 2 3 সব সব জায়গায় প্র্যাকটিস বাড়াইতে হবে, ওকে? বোঝা গেছে?
আমি কিন্তু পার্ট 2 কিন্তু উইথআউট নোট নোটে কইছি।
তারপর খারাপ হয় নাই, পার্ট 2
ঠিক আছে, ভ্যাকেশন।
ভালোই হয়েছে, খারাপ হয় নাই, বাট গ্রামাটিক্যালি হালকা একটু ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট করতে হবে। গ্রামাটিক্যালি সমস্যা আছে, হ্যাড হ্যাজ এগুলা মিলানো যাবে না, এগুলা মিলানো যাবে না। যেহেতু হ্যাজ বলতে পারবা না, কারণ তোমার এটা পাস্ট হলিডের কথা জিজ্ঞেসে, সব সময় হ্যাড এর কথাটা মনে রাখতে হবে, ওকে? ওকে, এখানে সোহান কি রেডি নাকি লিঙ্ক একটা দিমু? হেডাই এক্সাম দিবি, হেডাই দিলেই ভালো হয়, কারণ 10 মিনিট পর আবার শেষ হয়ে যাব।
একটু সরে
তাহলে আমি
কেটে
এটা
যাবো।
লিঙ্ক, হ্যাঁ এটা লিঙ্কেরটা আমি দিতেছি, হ্যাঁ আর একটু পরে দিতেছি,
হ্যাঁ,
শোন কমাই দাও।
নাহলে পার্ট 1 এরটা নিয়ে ফেলাই, দাঁড়া
50
পার্ট 1 এর
নোট পার্ট 1 এ
পার্ট 1 নিয়ে লাই, যেটু সময় আছে।
ও মাই গড, আমাদের এখন ডর করে। আপনি কলেজে কেম করুন।
সব ঠিক হয়ে যাবে ইনশাআল্লাহ।
ইনশাআল্লাহ।
Okay, so now we are going to testing your IELTS speaking level by giving the chances of taking IELTS speaking mock. Okay, part 1 দিয়ে শুরু করলাম, হ্যাঁ কোশ্চেন শুরু করলাম। Okay, Shwan, are you ready for taking the test?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, can you tell me about your family, please?
Well, I belong to a nuclear family. My family consists of 4 members: my father, myself, my mother, and my lovely siblings.
Okay, how many siblings do you have?
I have only one lovely sibling, and her name is Lamia, and she read in class 6, and we have a good relation each other.
Well, do you have a close relationships with your family members? Do you have a close relationships with your family members?
Without a doubt, yes, because I am totally dependent on my family, and every day I try to interact all of my family members. Although my father reside in abroad, but I try to connect with his by using social media.
Let's talk about your accommodations. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Actually, I live in a flat. It's on the 3rd floor of a 4-story building, and it's nice and spacious.
What do you like most about your living environment?
Our flat is situated in a good location because it's situated in a countryside. The environment is really good throughout the year because the weather. Uh, I don't have to face any adverse weather like storming, too cold. That's why I love my apartment and the weather.
Okay, how important is it for people to have privacy in their living space?
Privacy in living space, I think, is really important because everybody has their secret things like mobile phone or other kind of stuff like clothes. So having a better privacy in room or like suitcase or almaris, it's a really good thing.
Do you think it's better to rent a home or to buy one?
I think it's really better to buy or own a house because you have got the opportunity or freedom whatever you want to do. But when you rent a house, you have to face some rules because you have to uh, live under your bosses. So that's why I prefer to own a house.
Okay. Here we ended up your IELTS speaking part 1 test. So now we are going to giving you the 1 minute for the preparations time for IELTS speaking part 2 Q card, you know. So I think
Yes.
it visibles in your screen right now. So your time start right now, from right now. 1 minute for preparations. Okay. Your time is up. I think you are right now ready for give me the answer. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Start.
for my childhood to present times, I haven't attend many concert or festivals, but there was one memorable moment I had when I was a teenager and when I was in 12th standard, because at that time I got a chance to visited a concert for the first time in my life, and that is none other than the concert of Shivnamhin that held in Cox's Bazar, which is the largest sea beach in the world. And we are so lucky there because main the collecting of the tickets is really tough because the prices was too high, but we was lucky there because one of my uncle was the member of this band, so we luckily have 3 tickets. So we went there uh, with along with my 2 friends. We are 4 of us supposed to go, but one of my friend was really under the weather, so he wasn't able to go with us. By the way, we uh, after reach there, we see an enormous amount of people arrived there to see the concert, and when the final main singer named Rizbi come to the stage, it made me pumped up because it was too extraordinary to uh, to see his melodious voice in front of my eyes. Even though it was too noisy and crowdy, I enjoyed this moment because it was the first time to experience such a experience thing. Even this is for me like killing. This was for me like killing two birds in one stone, because on the one hand, I I spent my time in a good way. On the other hand, I got a chance to take a selfie with the dashing superstar.
Well, good. So I throw you a new links because our time is right now going to be the hell on a stop. So I give you the new links after the 10 minutes.
Okay.
You get a 10-minute rest. Then we start by taking your IELTS speaking part 3 questions. So have a good times with the 10 minutes.
See you
Take your
soon.
rest. Thank you.